Welcome to the Civic Mirror Game Show. I'm your host, Conrad, and I'm here today with Ingrid von Kleidorf, a proud participant of Civic Mirror from her country, Dios. Welcome, Ingrid.
Thanks, Conrad.
So, let's get started. I'll show you the questions about Civic Mirror, and all you have to do is answer it. If you answer the questions adequately, you win your very own mirror.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Let's get started.
Your first question is, what were you in society like?
Well, not to be pessimistic or anything, but I would have to say that society and myself were pretty selfish. I mean, I created the farmer co-op to get money and rebel against the government, which didn't really benefit anyone except myself, Emma, and Lizzie. Society was pretty selfish too. Since Civic Mirror is a lot like competition, I saw that many people were out for themselves because of their hidden agendas. For example, Erin deceived Brady into thinking she was a socialist like him, when in reality she was scheming to take over Dios because she was a fascist.
Brilliant! Now on to the next question. What were some of your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, Conrad, my strength was my ability to step back and question myself, such as when passing a bill or purchasing a product of someone else's initiative. Is it overpriced? Can I afford it? Do I really need it? Do I really need to pass this bill? Will it benefit society in the long run? Does it help my hidden agenda? But my weakness was my conflicting views with my hidden agenda. When I formed the Farmers Co-op, I didn't know it would become such a hassle for others, and I sincerely did not want to keep it running. Unfortunately, due to my hidden agenda, I had to stick to my plan because I didn't want the government to take advantage of the price ceilings. I wanted the price ceilings eliminated so the government wouldn't have so much power.
Well, it looks like you did a good job. From what I can see, you accomplished your entire hidden agenda for the year 2001 for Dios.
I certainly did, Conrad.
Now for our next question. How have you changed since Civic Mirror started?
At the start of government, when we took a quiz to find out where we were on the political spectrum, I was a liberal along with the majority of the class. As Civic Mirror progressed, I was able to better understand the views of other agendas. As a Civic Mirror conservative, I realized that maybe sometimes little government intervention isn't so bad, after all. I used to think that providing for a family isn't that hard. I now understand that in order to efficiently provide for them and ensure they survive, it takes a lot more than just purchasing food. In this simulation, I got lucky and none of my family members died, but I realized that others weren't so lucky because they weren't able to buy insurance or health care to save their family. I now understand that it is more difficult to provide for a family than it appears.
And what did you learn about law and government?
I was the center of Dios for both years, and I learned that the government has a very tough job. They must stay organized and make sure that their decisions benefit the majority of citizens. In the first year of Dios, the budget bill wasn't clear about price ceilings, so the Farmers Co-op won the case accusing us that our food was priced over the price ceiling. Through this, I learned that legislation must be better written out and more clear. This proves that the government has a very hard job in creating legislation that benefits society and ensures that laws are not broken.
As we can see, Civic Mirror was beneficial to you, but were there at any point any frustrations you had?
Yes, especially the frustration of how my personal views conflicted with my hidden agenda. I found it harder to carry out the requirements of my hidden agenda than to simply follow my personal views. I learned that if the entire class followed their personal views, it would be a country that would agree on everything because most of us are liberal. If the entire class was to follow their views, the simulated country wouldn't be like reality at all, because in America, not everyone has the same idea, and not everyone follows the same agenda. I also learned that we have hidden agendas so that we are able to walk in someone else's shoes and see the country through their eyes. It is a way that we can learn to cooperate with the rest of society and learn from our positive and negative experiences.
So, in all, do you like Civic Mirror?
Yes, I found it very beneficial to my learning and understanding of how the real world works. I also found it shocking that I now want to take a more active role in my society because I now understand how it works. Civic Mirror is served as a beneficial way to look at reality through simulation and was very similar to reality itself.
Well, it looks to me as if you've answered the questions adequately. You win a mirror.
Yay! Thank you so much for having me on your show, Conrad.
Thank you for coming.